Imagine this. You're a 24-year-old college graduate, full of life, full of dreams. You've worked hard, you're ambitious, and you're just beginning to build your future. Then one night you vanish, and when your family begs the authorities for help, they fail you at every turn. This is the story of Mitrice Richardson, and her case is one of the clearest examples of what happens when missing persons, especially women of color, are dismissed, ignored, and abandoned by the very system meant to protect them. Mitrice was born in 1985 in Los Angeles. She grew up with her mother, Mitrice, and was known for her intelligence, her creativity, and her vibrant personality. She loved art, dancing, and making people smile. She had recently graduated from California State University with a degree in psychology, and like so many young people, she had big plans. She wanted to go into clinical psychology to help others, to make a difference. But on the night of September 16, 2009, everything changed. Mitrice drove to a restaurant in Malibu called Jeffrey's. It was a high-end place, known for celebrities and expensive meals. But the staff noticed something unusual about her behavior. She wasn't violent, but she was distracted, disoriented. Some later described her as talking in riddles or saying things that didn't quite make sense. It was clear that something was off, possibly a mental health episode. After finishing her meal, Mitrice walked out without paying the $89 bill. Instead of treating this as a medical crisis, the restaurant called the police. Deputies from the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department arrested her. Now, here's where the first red flag appears. When officers searched her car, they found no drugs, no alcohol, nothing illegal. They also found her phone and her purse. Everything she needed to contact someone or get home was taken into evidence. Mitrice was transported to the Lost Hills Sheriff's Station. Her mother, Mitrice, called the station that night. She told them her daughter was vulnerable, that she was worried about her safety, and begged them to keep her until morning. She thought, at the very least, Mitrice would be safe in custody. But just after midnight, deputies did the unthinkable. They released Mitrice Richardson into the night, alone, without a phone, without money, without her car, and without anyone to pick her up. It was pitch dark. She was in an unfamiliar area, surrounded by mountains, canyons, and wilderness. And she was gone. Around 6:30 in the morning, residents in a nearby neighborhood reported seeing a young black woman wandering barefoot through their yards. She looked disoriented. She looked lost. The description matched Mitrice exactly. Deputies were called again. But once more, no serious search was conducted. No urgency. No immediate attempt to track her down. Days turned into weeks. Weeks into months. Her family launched their own search, posting flyers, contacting media outlets, holding vigils. But the sheriff's department dragged their feet. They downplayed her disappearance, suggested she had simply wandered off, and failed to treat the case as the emergency it clearly was. For nearly a year, Mitrice was missing. Imagine the pain of her family during that time. Every phone call, every news alert, every knock on the door. They hoped it would bring answers. But instead, they were met with silence. Then, on August 9, 2010, hikers discovered human remains in a remote canyon just 8 miles from where Mitrice was released. The remains were so decomposed that the coroner could not determine a cause of death. Officially, the case was closed as undetermined. But to this day, questions remain. Why was she released in the middle of the night, knowing she was vulnerable? Why didn't deputies listen to her mother's pleas? Why didn't they send out an urgent search when she was spotted wandering hours later? Many believe Mitrice Richardson was failed not just by negligence, but by a system that routinely devalues the lives of women of color. Her case didn't receive the same media coverage as others. Authorities didn't treat her disappearance with urgency. And in the end, her life was lost in silence. Her story is more than a tragedy. It is a warning. A reminder that countless families still face the same battles today, begging authorities to take missing persons seriously, fighting to get media coverage, struggling to have their voices heard. Mitrice Richardson should still be alive. She should have had the chance to live out her dreams, to use her degree to help others. Instead, her life ended in a canyon, her story buried in unanswered questions. And the most haunting question of all remains: if Mitrice had been treated with the same care, the same urgency, and the same humanity that others receive, would she still be here today?